this song. It is so infectious. This is Out in the Country, Three Dog Night, 1970. Pretty big hit for them, not their biggest, but this melody, they're running when they're doing through this. Anyway, just can't get that out of my head. Now there are some really cool things in this song. First of all, well, the band had great songwriters writing songs for them. So they had hits by lots of people, not them. Meaning that the three singers in the band were not really songwriters, but they had fabulous voices, and then they had great arrangers and great musicians backing them up, and they got songs by the greatest songwriters of the day. This was written by Paul Williams and Roger Nichols, who wrote a lot of other stuff. I'll save that for another. You'd recognize other tunes of theirs. Anyway, what we're going to do in this lesson, it has this really jazzy feel for the chords. There's a couple of really unusual chords, and a couple fairly normal chords. More than a couple. Most of the chords are fairly normal. You may have seen G's and C's and D's. It's in the key of G, kind of. There's a little jazzy part in the beginning that is more based in the A. Well, we'll talk about it as we get there. But the trickiest thing about this song is really the strumming, keeping the percussiveness going and the syncopation. What happens is all of those accents are on ands. So we're going to be, the quarter notes in here are going to be going this fast, however fast that is, but we're going to be strumming in double time. So your right hand has to be moving this fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we throw ups in there, these would now be all eighth notes. If I was just strumming the quarter notes, I wouldn't have the ability to break each of these into any more than two parts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But what we need to get the rhythm and syncopation right in this song is to be going twice this fast, double time strumming, where every down is an eighth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, I'll break that down and we'll get through it really slowly, and I have tablature that has it spelled out, the rhythmically everything, when you hit the strings, when you kill the strings, when you put in a little extra 16th note roll. So, coming up, a lesson on Out in the Country. Well, what we have in Out in the Country is mostly chords from the key of G. However, many of them are in various inversions and include unusual bass notes, and the particular voicings are really, really important to what's going on. So, standards way, I'll go through the couple different ways of playing pretty much every chord that we're going to have in here. Chord 1 in the key of G would of course be G. We're either going to play it as a full bar at the 3rd fret or as just a regular open G chord. So you'll have a lot of options with what to do this. So there you go, that's the only two ways we're going to play G in here. Chord 2 in the key would be A minor 7. A minor, it's always going to be played as A minor 7. Only two ways of playing this in the song. The A minor 7 can be played just down here in first position with just a C and an E, or it could be played as a bar at the 5th fret out of the E minor 7 shapes. Now E minor 7, as far as bar chords are concerned, is played with just one finger. You play it with your 3rd finger on the B at the 5th string, on the 5th string at the 2nd fret, and slide this up to having a bar at the 5th, making it A minor 7. Okay, we have some very complicated strumming going on in here, and we're going to break down, I'm going to give you a drill or two here that will help get this happening. First thing is, I forgot about a chord. The verse and the intro consist of our A minor 7 and B minor 7 and an E7 chord, and the E7 is played like a C at the 5th fret, C7 from open, a regular C7 chord with your 4th finger on B flat, slide it up to where your 1st finger is the 5th fret, and that conveniently puts your 3rd finger at the same spot where it's going to be when it goes back to A minor 7. So you've got kind of a little pivot point there. We're going from A minor 7 to B minor 7, and this finger can stay on this string when it comes back to the E7. So use your 3rd finger as a guide for running through these 3 chords. The strumming, what happens is the chords always change on the and of 4. mostly. There's one spot where it changes in the middle of the measure, and that's on the E7. But this syncopated effect is gotten by hitting the chord on the and of 4 and letting it ring over 1. If I was just playing a regular progression, and I'd be thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the first thing we have to be able to do in this song is keep our hand moving at the speed of eighths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're doing double time strumming, and what I just did there was ran through the chords, always changing on 1, and in the second measure changing on 1 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A good drill to start with here would be just that, hitting a big strum on 1 and the bass note on the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then to change the E7 on 3. 3 and